Guys, my name is Peter Svensson. I'm the head of programming here at Morphicon. Welcome to our Lightspeed Rescue panel. Woo! They are, of course, the best cast ever. So,
that's a fact.
Quick, before we begin, and in killing time to let the other actors find where we are, because I think they got lost on the way here. Quick note, if everyone has a beep boop, beep boop, beep boop ringtone, I recommend changing it for this weekend, because so does everyone else. All right, but with that announcement out of the way, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our amazing cast, or actually, they're actors and better artists than I am. Let's have them introduce themselves.
I'm Rhett Fisher. I played Ryan Mitchell, Titanium Ranger, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Is that right?
The only American Ranger.
Oh. Everyone else was from Sweden.
That's true.
Are we all Canadian?
The Olympic spirit over here. It's good. I'm like the Michael Phelps of Power Rangers.
Coming back.
Wait, there's a strange person next to me. Does anybody know who this person is?
Hi, my name is Sasha. Yay! I'm Sasha Craig. I play Kelsey Winslow, the Yellow Ranger on, what was that show? Lightspeed Rescue. Thank you so much.
It's her first appearance ever at a Morphicon. Let's hear it for Sasha. And there's your beautiful kids over there. Hello, kids. I'm Ron Roggé. I play Captain Mitchell, Lightspeed Rescue. His father.
I'm Michael Forrest. I'm the voice of Olympus.
Olympus.
Yeah, this is my normal position. So that's why I haven't been coming to a lot of these.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm going to get started with asking you guys a couple questions before we open up to the audience and that lovely microphone over there. But let's get started. This Power Rangers is a very different experience for most of you than anything else you've ever done. What was one thing about Power Rangers that made it very unique as opposed to all the other challenges you've had in your career?
I think when you do a show like this, and it's been, what, like almost 16 years or something like that? I think this is what, there it is. This. I think this is what makes it the most unique experience, because what other situation are you going to be in where you're doing a show and then you can come and there's this kind of built-in amazing fandom community kind of thing, so.
Mommy, outside. Absolutely. You want to go out there? You want to go back to normal? Yeah, the fans are the best. I don't. I don't think of anything else that I've done. I've had people remember Kelsey the most, and it was the most fun. Yeah. I mean, doing all the. It was a great character. Thank you. I mean, she was a tomboy. I mean, that was me. I didn't see any other characters like that, so I love that.
Looks like we have a new evil person on the cast here. Want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jennifer Yen, also known as Vypra. Thank
Ha
you.
ha ha ha.
LOL.
My favorite laugh.
Take that.
Vypra scared the child.
So Jennifer, the question was, what sets this apart from anything else that you've done as far as being a Power Ranger? So we're going down the road.
Oh,
So you
wait,
cut
what
it.
sets us apart from what?
Sets us apart from any other job, acting, or otherwise that you've done.
Well, I think I give a reason for heroes to exist.
Nice, nice.
Are you looking at me?
I know. I wouldn't dare, Diablo.
Different from anything else. I've done so many voices over the years that I did this, 12, 14 years ago.
60.
And somebody once asked me, can you do the voice you did as Olympus? I said, I don't even remember what it even sounded like then. Certainly, I don't know what it sounds like now. So it was an experience, but not unlike a lot of other voice jobs that I've done over the years.
And I guess for me, it's like Rhett says, this is a community that's been around for a long time, and it's always nice to feel welcome. I mean, I've done a lot of TV over the years, and it was the one job that keeps coming back, like last night's dinner. You burp and you taste it again, you're like, oh, I remember those days.
All right. So, about being cast on Lightspeed Rescue, what went through your head when you got told on, I'm going to be on Power Rangers?
I mean, I remember I quit. I think I told this story if you guys have been here a couple years ago, but I was working at the front desk at the Spectrum gym, and I got the call, and I just like walked out. Yeah, it was great. Just to be able to tell my boss, like, all right, I'm gonna go be a Power Ranger on television now. And he was like, what? Like he thought I was like pranking him or something. It's like, no, I'm serious. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if you realize this too. When we got cast, I was telling my friends and stuff, and like they did not believe me because it just sounds crazy. Like, I'm gonna be a Power Ranger. And they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sasha has the best story there.
Oh, wow, okay.
I love your story.
I was driving as a courier, you know, like dropping off headshots to agencies and stuff.
I know this story.
Yeah. And I walked into a place and my manager, no. You can hear me without this, seriously. My manager was there, well, my soon-to-be manager, he's like, are you an actor? I said, yeah. He's like, do you have a headshot? I got it out of the back of my car, right? And he said, I want you to audition for Power Ranger. I was like, okay, yeah. So the audition was the next day. So we ran lines that night, and then I got the call back, I think it was Friday. They told me to wear something different or something, I don't remember. Then, anyway, I found out the next Monday. So it was like within 5 days. I met my manager, and then I got Power Rangers. And then I was at this new guy, this manager's house, and he's like, anybody you want to call? There's nobody home. I tried to call everybody I knew. Nobody was there. So I just had to wait for my mom to get off of work to call her. So
Oh my God.
I know. He's like, play video games or something, and I was just like,
Yeah, that's kind of awesome though.
yeah, it was
Wow.
funny.
That's cool.
How about
Oh,
you?
my story is well worn, I guess. No, I was in casting. I was casting for Disney, and I met Iris Hampton. We love Iris Hampton.
Absolutely.
One of the kindest, warmest, nicest casting people in the entire world. We're still friends to this day. She'll be here this weekend. Yay. But she's at the end of the weekend where we were judging like this talent show, and she was like, are you an actor? I said, well, yeah, of course I am. You know, I kind of let it slip. And she said, oh, well, come in and read this thing tomorrow. So I went in the next day. It was just 2 pages. And then I went in, and then she called me that day, and she goes, it went really well. They want to see you again tomorrow. I go, it's just 2-page part. I mean, can't they just cast me? She goes, no, you know, they want to see you because it could be a recurring role. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll come back the next day. She goes, yeah, but you look too young. I don't know if you're really going to have a chance at this. I'm like, all right. So then I put a little gray here and there, kind of like how I am now, 16 years later. But I put fake stuff in then, and went back the next day and was a little gruffer and they were like, and Jonathan, who is our executive producer, was like, oh, you look much older today. I go, well, this is how I normally look. Yesterday I covered it up, but today I didn't cover it up so you could see that I could be older. He goes, oh, very convincing. And so I was like,
Did you have
and
the
then
stash on the?
I didn't have a stash.
You grew it.
They wanted me to look older.
Didn't you
Well,
have a fake one for a while, and then you
Yeah,
grew
the
a real one behind it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a different story. Matt.
Oh,
Calm
okay.
down.
I'm just.
We'll get there.
I'm enthralled right now. I'm sorry.
No, but then the casting process. So so then Iris called back that second day, and she's like, "Oh, they really like you're in the top 1 or 2 people." And then I found out I was actually the second choice, and some guy from England was going to be the captain because I was still too young. They wanted somebody who was in his 50s, and I was in my 30s at the time.
Really?
So, oh yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. So it was supposed to be 55 or something. I was like 35. So I was like, oh, I don't know. So so I waited, and I guess the other guy had a vacation, like in February, scheduled for a week, and he wouldn't give it up. And they said, well, screw you. We're giving it to our second choice, and that's how I got cast. We're number 2. We're number 2.
Yeah.
That's my story. Sir. Any casting stories? I mean, it's voiceover. It's a little different.
Oh, well, you know, I've been to so many shows that they all seem kind of like. They're all the same, really.
Well, talk about Star Trek then. Remember him in the original Star Trek? The god? What was the god's name?
Apollo.
Apollo.
Yeah. Well, that's. I just was at a convention in Vegas last weekend, and it was the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, and there were about 60,000 people there, and people would come up to the table and they'd look at the pictures that I had from 50 years ago, and one woman came up and she stood there looking at the pictures, and she'd look at me, she'd look at the picture, look at me, and then she finally said, "Is he going to be here today?" And I said, "Yes, I hope so. I hope he will be. I'll let you know." So but that's a long time ago. I mean, I'm basically retired now, as I should have been a long time ago. But I'm retired, so I never thought I'd ever hear myself say that, let alone do it. But at a certain point in time, you just simply have to recognize the fact that you're not getting older, you are old. And it's kind of over.
Or too young in my case.
And too young in your case. Well, at any rate, that's my story, and I'm stuck with it.
I just counted. We're close to that 60,000 right now, right here.
Yeah, right.
So, well, I was auditioning at the time, and my parents were like, what is happening? Like, are you gonna get something or what? And so I don't know, I mean, most of you guys don't know this, but I wasn't the original Vypra. There was actually another woman who was cast as Vypra.
And she couldn't laugh. So they
Like
needed
the way
somebody
I
who
did.
could laugh.
Yeah. And, but then apparently she was let go for whatever reason, and don't you dare. And
So you're number 2 too.
I
Yeah.
was number
We're number 2. We're number 2.
Yes, exactly. But during the audition, so I was called back with, like I think 8 other women, and the pants were so tight because obviously this woman before me was, thinner and a little shorter, and I was like, if I want this part, like I better fit into these really tight, plastic-looking, like leather-looking pants. So I just sucked in my stomach. I zipped up the zipper, and I'm like, I only have to do this for 15 minutes because the producers and the directors wanted to see what I would look like in the costume. And then the shoes were too small too, and I had to put on the wings and everything. I was so uncomfortable, but I was like totally trying to be positive when I was dying. And then when I was done reading my lines, they were like, okay, can you do a kick? I said, you know what, in fact, I can do a kick. And so I did the kick, and I think that's how I got the part, was I did the kick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay!
Okay. I think I know the answer to this one already, but was there a prankster in the cast?
He's looking at something. If there was, it was this guy, for sure.
What?
Do you remember any pranks?
Huh?
Do you remember any pranks?
Oh, I remember a few pranks, yeah.
On this set?
Well, I think the dressing rooms were always interesting. And Monica was always my favorite to pick on because Monica played Dr. Fairweather, who I wish could come. She was always my favorite target. And some other people. Allison was too serious. Sean was a lot of fun to pick on too. Because I don't know, I have to remind everybody every other year that the only time the Red Ranger got kicked in the butt by his mentor was Lightspeed Rescue. Thank you very much. Just always have to remind him and keep him humble every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time together, but I don't remember like any pranks or anything like that. Everyone was like, did you have any pranks or whatever? But I don't know.
I think we were working so hard.
Yeah, we were just exhausted, like, from waking up at.
I think what
From
did we
sleeping
shoot?
4
We
hours
shoot
a
like
night.
3 episodes a week, 3 or 4
Yeah.
episodes a week. So
Yeah, and you guys had it
Yeah.
way harder than I did because I just kind of disappeared
Yeah, you
into the
kind of
desert.
came in halfway through, right?
Yeah.
I didn't talk about what happened when I found out I got the job. See, I was working and then I quit like you.
Yeah?
But then I saw how much they were paying and I was like, I need to get my job back. I'm kidding.
I want to hear about the stash, though. Can we bring
Oh, the stash.
Just real quick. You don't want to hear about the
Stash,
stash.
it's all over the internet.
Stash. Your mustache is a legend. I don't know if you know this.
What is it?
It really is a legend. The
The
stash
stash
has
is
its own character on Power Rangers. It should have its own like signing booth. The
It
stash.
does. It does, yeah. He's in another booth. He's not with me today. He wanted to do his own booth because he didn't want anything. Yeah. No, the stash. Okay, so they wanted me to look older because I always told you I was 20 years too young, and then they thought the mustache would help. So we're totally boring them. Look, they're walking out on the stash story. I'm not telling the stash story because of you. I don't care. No, so I think we started filming in December. I think we were shooting like 3 episodes before Christmas, and then there was a Christmas break for like a week or 2.
Right?
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So the first 2 or 3 weeks that we shot, I had a fake stash, and then over Christmas break, I grew my own stash. So then we came back,
Then you
it
stashed
was
the
real
stash.
from that point on for the rest of the season. So it's interesting because I have I've done over 100 episodes of TV and film over the years, so 100 episodes of TV. And you can always tell the years I was doing Power Ranger because those particular things come up on TV and reruns and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I had the stash. I shot that during Power Ranger. Because I really didn't have it any other time, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. So that's my stash story. Was it worth it?
Yeah. Okay.
Don't humor him.
Action. A few of you had to do some intense action doing Lightspeed Rescue. Was it hard to get to adjust to having to do all the fighting, working with Koichi, all that stuff?
I always wanted to do more of that stuff. Like they really wouldn't. I mean, I tried to argue as much as I could. I mean, Mike did like everything.
Yeah.
Because he was like a freaking ninja. And we were like, we want to be like Mike. We would just watch him do stuff, and we're like, can we do? No, we should not be doing that at all. But I was
Mike
like,
Chat will be here Sunday.
Yes,
Sunday.
Mike Chat will be here Sunday. Allison
the
will be
real
here.
deal,
Allison
karate.
will be here tomorrow.
Did you do the training like the rest of us? We did like 3 weeks of training before
I
we
did some
started shooting.
training, but the last day of training that I did is when Allison fell into the pit of doom,
And broke her.
broke her leg really
Yeah.
badly,
Yeah.
and that was like it was after shooting at like 2 a.m. And the next day we were doing the opening shots, and I didn't sleep all night because I like took her to the hospital, and I just remember like being like, oh my gosh, shooting that opening shot and just bags and just feeling terrible. It was terrible. I mean, poor
You
girl.
didn't notice that. I never noticed that.
I don't care. I mean, I
Yeah.
worried about her more than that, but
Yeah.
that was rough for her. She was like on a box.
I love that production didn't care. They're like, hey, can you take her? Yeah, okay,
Yeah, just get her a box and a cast, and she'll be fine. And
Get
so
her a
she.
box? Oh, like a
remember
big
she-
apple box?
Yeah, that she would be on an apple box.
Right,
So like
yeah.
she'd be standing on one leg, and then her knee would be on the apple box, and they would just shoot her like from here up. And then they had stunt people doing, from the back, those shots and stuff like that for a while till it healed.
Okay, so doing the action stuff was like my favorite part. The first day of shooting, I get the first and the second day mixed up. So I think the first day I got to jump out of a second-story building, with rappelling out. I was like, this is awesome. So I got to do that. And then the second day, we were at Malibu Creek and we were rock climbing. It's that rock climbing intro scene in the beginning. And they were gonna have a stunt woman do it. And I was like, it's like, can I race her? So I raced her up the mountain and I won. So yeah, they let me do that. That was awesome. Because I rock climbed. I was really athletic.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was
You're a beast.
yeah.
Like her, you like arm wrestle her, and she would destroy you.
Let's go. No, just
Still
kidding.
got it. Guns.
No, but that was awesome. That's all I remember or wanted to say.
Jennifer, do you had any action stories you want to tell?
Yes, I did, but I did have a great stunt double at times, the more dangerous stuff. But it was really hard to do action with those wings, truthfully. So I think it was a lot of good camera work that made me look like I was really taking on the Power Rangers.
Ooh, I had a really great stunt woman who did the rollerblading. Like there's the one scene where she jumps into the truck or something. That wasn't me.
Ah.
Yeah, no. She was like an X Games rollerblader. They got to do that, so that was pretty.
I
cool.
remember that.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was awesome.
So at this point,
I was going to say, I wish I had more action. Unfortunately, I was mostly
You
in the
just had
command center.
Amazing acting.
Well, not that
You were the
amazing.
brain.
I was crying today. I was watching the old episodes.
No, you weren't.
I totally was.
Is that why you were late? 'Cause
No,
I made you
yeah, I was watching your episode. That's why I was late. Yeah, and the part where you're holding on to your kids and they're gonna fall. I was like, oh my god, hold on, Rhett.
Okay, don't let it out of this room that Sasha still drinks.
all right, we're going to line up here for questions.
I had some stunts though.
Oh, you do?
That when I turned evil, I did the.
Oh, go for it. Keep
that
going.
was fun.
They're lining up. Take
Good
go
lineup.
for it.
Oh, not him.
No.
He's too loud.
Yeah. Just keep going, Ron.
The
Keep
stunt
going.
stuff. I did get to turn evil with Mesmer, made me evil, and I fought the whole Power Rangers. It took all 5 of them to take me down. 6 of them, actually.
Of course.
That was fun. Captain Mitchell's a badass.
Okay.
And then the firefighter stuff, we were actually dealing with flames and jumping through that. That was fun. That was fun to do. I want to do more of that. The only bad thing was I was in a harness once for the cliff scenes where we were talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
And then a harness, and then they dropped me off the cliff and the harness pulled me really tight in a very uncomfortable place.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I was like, ah! I don't think there was a scream that actually came out. And they lowered me down, and I walked like this to my dressing room for about an hour, and I laid down. Had somebody else finish it for me.
Yikes.
I was like, I couldn't talk. All right.
You're like 2 octaves higher than usual.
All right. Ready?
Captain Mitchell, hey.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question to all of you, okay?
Wait. What's your favorite Power Ranger group?
My favorite season?
Yeah.
Lightspeed Rescue.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna ask all of you this question,
There
okay?
was only one answer.
The year when your season came out was in the year 2000, okay? And on New Year's Eve that day, they thought the end of the world was gonna happen. Y2K? Did you think it was gonna happen? Did you really think that you might wake up and the end of the world will happen?
After watching the episodes, I was hoping that would happen.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear from everybody. Did you think Y2K was gonna happen?
I didn't, but I partied like I was.
Okay. Can everyone else in
Good
line
answer.
sit down,
What
please?
she said.
Sit those guys down.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Sarah.
Power Rangers kick heavy! What is your favorite episode?
Should we just go down? Favorite episode for me was, well, 2 of them really. The first one I filmed, I think it was Deep in the Shadows, because it was my first ever, and I got to see the
Wow.
Aqua Base, which was insane because they actually like built that structure. So I remember walking on the set and just being like, "Wow, this is like really, really awesome!" Like it made you feel like you were really in it. My other favorite episode was where I got to fight the snake, because I got to do a lot of that stunt stuff against the snake, and so I love doing that.
You were like fighting them and like.
Yeah, that was cool, like all this choreography and stuff. I love doing that stuff.
That Egyptian set was cool.
Oh, okay. So, I can't pick one, but the one that comes to mind right now, I think, was when the Aqua Base was getting destroyed. And we were at the Olympic pool in Long Beach, which I think isn't there anymore. And they put the set underneath the pool, and we got to swim, like, through part of what they needed us to swim through in the middle of the night. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Right? It was pretty cool. They
I'm
had
so
like,
jealous right now. I didn't get to.
it was kind of neat. I don't know. And staying up, like, it was an all-night shoot, so we're up all night and, you know, just hanging out and having fun. So I think that was it.
We had a pretty fun group of Rangers. We all were friends, really, and still. But we all got certified. We all decided to go get certified and get that together, because Scott Page, who is our producer that does the voice that mostly work with you, he was an instructor. So he took us out to Catalina, took us out to the Channel Islands off Santa Barbara, and we all got certified, which was kind of cool. And then we got to do this shoot with the pool where we had to actually go into water for like a good 2 minutes or something, swimming through, which is kind of fun. So it was a good tax write-off because we're like, well, we had to do it because they had us swimming. So that was fun. I think my favorite scene, though, had to be the whole flashback with Rhett and the kid, and the one that made us cry. And
It was
I remember Jonathan calling up. He never called me at home directly, and he was like,
Rowan, it's Jonathan. I just got done editing a thing.
oh, yeah, Jonathan, you like it? Do we need to do anything?
No, I just wanted to call you and tell you it's done.
I go, okay, thanks, Jonathan. He goes,
Oh yeah, by the way, really amazing acting. I just wanted to say that.
I go, so you didn't call me to tell it was done? He goes,
No, I wanted to call you and tell you it was really amazing.
okay, Jonathan. Click. Jonathan? Jonathan? That was my call.
Yeah.
My only call from Jonathan.
That was fun. That was a really fun.
Yeah, it was a fun episode.
I'm listening to all these stories, and being one of the only voice actors here that played Olympus, I'm at a loss because everybody seemed to be having a great time during the shooting of this. All of you guys, and I missed out on all of it. I didn't have all of the fun that you guys had from what I'm listening to.
And you probably did they shot 3 episodes at a time.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes you would say lines for different episodes, and if you didn't know, I did a lot of, myself, I was in the station at the underwater aqua base a lot, and they'd say, okay, we're going to shoot this scene from this episode, this scene from this episode, and so you're like, and they're all kind of the same. It's like, all right, Rangers, go get them. All right, Rangers, go save them. All right, Rangers, is that what you want me to do? Yeah, we got it. No, wait, I don't know what I was saying for what. No, that's okay. It's in the can. Move on. That happened a lot, and I'm sure in the voice world.
Well, that's about the way it was with me, and I just, I would see several segments each day I was there, and had no idea what was going on, except there was a lot of action and one thing and another. But from what I can gather from what you guys are talking about, you had a hell of a good time. I wish I'd had that kind of good time.
My favorite episode was Trial by Fire because that was my very first one. Yeah.
Trial by Fire.
Next question. We're running out of time, so make these fast.
Okay. I want to thank you guys for coming out. Lightspeed Rescue, best season of Power Rangers. Woo! All right.
We agree. We're number 2. Oh, no, that's me.
And my question is, how was it to film the team-up episodes?
The what?
The team-up episodes with Lost Galaxy and Time Force?
The crossover with the Red Rangers and some other...
It was, we were in and out. I mean, it was quick. It was just kind of, it was great to meet them, and we have lasting friendships with them because of that, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
I went to Sundance and stayed at Danny Slavin and his wife. I stayed on their couch while I was at Sundance. So, yeah.
I'm here to tell you I hated those episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was no Captain Mitchell invited to be in those episodes. I hated them. I have no memories whatsoever.
I still love you.
No.
Microphone, this is different. Okay, so I was wondering, did anyone ever show you the, were you ever shown the original Japanese show that went into Lightspeed Rescue?
Go-Go 5?
Go-Go 5, yeah, my favorite.
I only saw the parts they inserted into our shows.
Yeah, no, never.
I never saw them. Did you watch them?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah?
What?
All right.
Oh.
I mean, it's my least favorite. There's no Captain Mitchell.
Yeah. No, having done this convention a few times, as far as I can tell, they didn't start showing the actors the Japanese footage until Samurai. Every cast until Samurai was not shown the Japanese footage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there was, I mean, especially for me, Captain Mitchell, Dr. Fairweather, even the Titanium Ranger were never in the Japanese footage, so.
Yeah. And I was a boy.
And she was a boy in Japan.
All right.
So there you go.
Hello. My question's for Sasha. You mentioned a little earlier about Kelsey being a tomboy and not seeing that kind of female character represented often. Honestly, that's one of the things that makes Kelsey one of my favorites. Can you talk a little bit more about that and what it's like representing that kind of female character?
I wish I had realized it then. Looking back at it now, I see how important it was, and I see that's the best character that I've ever played. So, and it means a lot to me. A lot of people like yourself have said that, you know, because you don't see tomboys on the screen. You see like the airbrushed, you know, everybody looking the same, which is great, you know, also, but it's nice to see real people, I think, or different body types also on the screen.
Definitely. Thank you for playing the character, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Good questions.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So first, I just want to say, Sasha, welcome to Power Morphicon.
Thank you.
And my question is, after you guys were done with Lightspeed Rescue, did you ever decide, hey, I want to see what they're doing with Power Rangers now? Did you ever watch any of the seasons after Lightspeed Rescue?
What's the point of that?
You know what? I did. I watched a couple of the episodes that they shot in Australia, and I thought, oh my gosh, their production value looks awesome. So I thought they did a really great job with it. Yeah.
I watched a few of the...
Yeah?
Because, I mean, we got to know the cast so well. So it was cool to, you know, oh, hey, you know, see what those guys are up to. And
right?
I watched a little bit of the Megaforce, too, just because I knew that, like, reunion thing was coming up, and I wanted to, like, see what was going on.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
They'll be here tomorrow. They're awesome folks.
We hate reunion shows.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there was, I did a movie with, or not with him, but I was in the same movie as Brendan, and I can't remember his last name.
They know.
What? Who? Yeah, it was in a movie called, oh, I can't remember. It's horrible because it's my husband's movie. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. So, yeah, and so he was in it. He plays a character that gets killed off. But I was the first character to get killed off. So we kind of hung out there too.
It's a small world.
It is, yeah.
I mean, because there's so many Power Rangers now.
There are so
that
many.
you can't help but like run into them. Like
Everywhere.
honestly, Ron, did I tell you the other day I went in to get some headshots made for today, and he's like, "Oh, you were a Power Ranger. You know Ron Roggé?" Like the guy at the front. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's my boy. What up?" And then I came in. Did he tell you that I said hi?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw him yesterday.
It's just a small world. Like that's what I mean. Like you just see people that have been on Power Rangers or have been a Power Ranger all the time.
I was totally screwing with him too. It was like, "Oh yeah, that was my son." He goes, "No, this guy was like really tall, really good looking." I go, "Yeah, he was my son."
No mustache.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Really fast, guys. We're running out of time.
What?
Quick.
Hi, how's it going? First off, I just want to say to my friend Patrick, who unfortunately couldn't make it here, he wanted to say that you guys were his favorite season of all time.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
And that also, were you guys able to sneak off like any props or items from set or anything that you wish you could take?
Things I wish I could have taken?
Yeah.
Well, things that we did take.
Yeah, we.
Both.
Things we weren't supposed to take?
like any prop items whatsoever.
I took my boots. I stole a necklace. Or I stole my boots and my necklace. Also, the gray tank top that I wore underneath. I think I just wore that home
That
by
was
accident
mine.
one time. And they gave us our jackets, which was awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
What about you? Got
I
anything
don't
good?
think I took the shoes and the rollerblades.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I got the rollerblades.
They wouldn't even give me my Captain Mitchell uniform because it was a rental.
Oh, come on. No way.
So they gave me the jogging suit, which, by the way, is the one I kicked Sean's ass in. Did I say that before? Just want to make a mention of it.
Did you keep the stash?
I kept well, not the first one. I kept the second one because it was mine. Then I flushed it down the sink when I shaved it. So maybe not. But I did keep my Captain Mitchell table from my quarters It's kind of a cool shape thing, 2-level thing. I still have that. And a couple other items. I think the most stuff I got was from 2 seasons later, and you guys are like, oh, that was so-and-so, and I have no clue. The one with all the animals in it?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. See, I'm a moron. So anyway, Wild Force, when they broke down that set, then they moved it to New Zealand. Disney moved it to New Zealand. I got that entire set and made a giant haunted house of it. There was like 50,000 square feet. I'm not kidding. So that's the thing that I took that was pretty magnanimous. It's pretty amazing. Huh? Halloween in my house, yeah. No, I ran a haunted house called Spooky House, and then when that went away, I did one in Pasadena, right here in Pasadena, called Old Town Haunt.
Are you doing it this year?
No, I haven't done it in 3 years.
Oh, you haven't?
No. But
Thank you, Dave.
there's a lot of footage online if you go to oldtownhaunt.com. It's scary, and a lot of that stuff came from Power Rangers. It's pretty cool. What'd you steal?
I was.
You stole the microphone.
I didn't steal anything. No.
He's retired. Give him
Please, thank you.
I wish they would have given me my Vypra costume, because what else are they going to do with it?
Sell it.
Yep.
Good question.
For your return?
Okay.
Yep.
Is that Taylor?
Yes, Taylor Grace. Taylor Grace.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where was Mariner Bay filmed?
Santa Clarita,
State.
Oh, here in California.
California.
Yes.
About
Yeah.
Right next to Magic
about
Mountain.
45 minutes from here.
That's the same state for Angel Grove, for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
Yeah,
to Inner
it
Space.
is. You're right.
Right across the street from Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain was right across the street. We could walk over for lunch and ride a roller coaster. Bye, Taylor. Good question.
And this is going to be our last question.
What? They're debating which question to ask.
Yeah.
Better be a good one.
Yep.
Wrong movie. The build-up, the suspense.
I know.
Yes.
I like your shirt.
Oh, thanks.
It's yellow.
It's
see?
my favorite color.
Well, I was just wondering, since you guys were in a kids show, do you like any particular cartoons?
Well, with my kids right now, I love Gravity Falls.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one of my- That's my favorite.
South Park.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
wow.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your favorite cartoon? Do you do voices on cartoons? Oh, God. I did a couple voices in Cowboy Bebop the movie, so I like that one too.
I did too many of them. I can't remember any of them, to tell you the truth.
Which one paid the most? That's your favorite.
Power Rangers, as a matter of fact.
Oh. Wow.
There you go.
At least there was one of us.
Unfortunately, I don't get to watch a lot of TV, but I would say maybe, because I have an almost 2-year-old daughter, and I think I sat down with her a few times and watched Pokemon. But they are our frenemy because they were giving us a lot of competition at the time, right?
You should
Remember
really
Power
turn your
Rangers?
daughter on to South Park. It's so nice animated.
Yeah.
She'd like it. Mommy, what's that? Although last night I did see the Sausage Party movie.
Oh, no.
Could be my new favorite. It puts a whole new meaning to the word food orgy. Not kidding.
Noah, cover your ears.
And on that note,
Let's hear everybody, Power Ranger Lightspeed Rescue! Thank you for coming. Thanks for kicking off your
Thank you
convention
guys
with
so
us.
much.
More.
Thank you.
More?
All right, Ron. Morph. They want you to morph.
What?
They want you to morph.
Morph or moon? I can moon.
Morph?
Yeah, unfortunately, we're out of time, folks. But they'll be at their booths the entire rest of the convention. Thank you guys for coming to the Lightspeed Rescue panel.
Thank you.